Okay. I'm on, if anybody's on. Alrighty then. It's hot, buddy. Your baby's getting on. I don't know where baby and Jules are, but so okay. Okay. How do I add you in? I don't know how. Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Hey.
Captain, I have to add you guys.
Yes. Here I am.
Hey, Elmo, where the hell's baby?
Oh, here I am.
Hold on real quick. I'm adding someone else because they're trying to get in a private chat. Hold on. Hold on, let me send her the link because she, I guess, doesn't have it. Okay, I'm here. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Remember last time I was having problems with my mic?
Yeah, I know.
I was insane. So we'll wait a couple of minutes just to see if anybody's going to hop on, and then we'll start talking about our experiences with the move, like how they locked us down, how they were classifying us, like just a couple different things, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, and I think Jules was gonna come, but I don't see her. Well, because the little prompt, I just noticed that whenever it says like there's somebody there, there's a little red light, and I have to go on it, and then I have to add you guys, because I could add 10 people. We could have 10 on this stream right now, and then anybody else will just be listening live.
Right. Okay.
So it's fine. And then so next week I want us to go live twice. I was looking at our thing, and we have 33 subscribers, and they're like people are listening. Do you know what I mean? So because we're new, we have to start going like twice a week at the beginning, and then at least until we build our 90 hours of content, and then once we have that, we could just start going once a week.
Okay, sounds good.
Because you're supposed to listen to me. When we have 90 hours of content, that is when, and 33 subscribers, which we already have, And once we have the 90 hours of content and people have listened to it, we'll get monetized.
Perfect.
Hey, I'm on it, dude. I already know how to, you know what I mean? And we have 119 members in our group, but what we have to do is on our Facebook, we have to have them join our, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like, you know what I mean? All they got to do is subscribe, and it doesn't even cost them a lot of money. I think it's just, you just got to hit the button, you know?
Yeah. Right. What's the YouTube under, Princess or what?
No, yeah, it's under Princess, and then the videos go to Prison 101.
Okay.
But I think this next week we'll be eligible, and I'm going to change the name to Behind Bars 101. And the reason, too, is because it's higher on the alphabetical thing. Like, you know what I mean? The bees. I'm all the bees.
Yes.
And there's already a podcast called Prison 101, so I'm sure that we have to change it because those people are probably monetized, and it'll probably be hard for us to get under that name monetized. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, I have a sinus infection. Do I sound like Squidward?
No. I don't like Squidward. Just a little. I'm on just a little tiny bit.
I know. That's okay. I'm still here.
Hold on, my friend was going to get on, and I don't see her. Where is it? Hold on. I sent you the link, but I don't know. And I sent it to Jules too, but Jules didn't tell me she was going to get on, so I don't know. Jules might not be coming. Hey, Boda, like there's a lot of people that joined. Boda is on the thing. I said congratulations. I think to 9 or 12 members today, and we have a lot of people, dude. I was all freaking out. I was all down. There's like 119 people, and that's only in like we've only been doing it for literally a week or 2 weeks.
2 weeks now.
Yeah. Come on, it'll grow. People will catch on. No, just kidding. So, I was at my program the other day because I'm a director for this program, and the lady across the thing was sitting there talking to her old man in the prison, and I was like, she was talking to him, and he was talking about his brother Daniel, and then I looked at him and I was like, hey, I said, where is your man from? I said, because I have uncles that are in the prison, and they're, I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but they're like high-ranking syndicate, like, and I was like, whenever I was in Springer, one of the southern guards, they were all, oh yeah, Dan and Ron, and I was like, and he laughed because he's all, that's our nickname. I was all, how could you pick a name?
Oh my god.
That's funny, how could he was like, he was probably like, you stupid. Well, because the guards nickname you, you know what I mean, or whatever they want. Okay, somebody's on. Can they get on? Somebody's watching us. Somebody's watching us. Just kidding. Okay, so we can, I guess, I don't know, do you want to wait a few more minutes for Jules, or do you want to start talking about a little bit of stuff?
Let's start. Babe, can you check on Jules?
Yeah, and she can hop right in anyways, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm ready. Want me to go first? From my voice cuts out? Okay, so I remember, I know we were hearing about the move and all that, and of course we thought it was bullshit, because, you don't really know what's going to happen until it happens. We're like, yeah, whatever. And then I remember they started moving us from levels, like, so I was in G2, and then they moved us level 3s and level 4 overrides to G6. And I'm like, oh, they're about to make something really happen, or they're messing with us. Yeah, it's all suspect. You never really know. And what level did you move to the G pod too?
No, I was a level 3, and because of my time only though, because of my points, I had when I moved from CCA, I had -3 points.
Oh yeah.
Because I've never had any write-ups.
Yeah, some of us still I even went to Springer as a level 3, so I guess they had to redo our whole points and all that. So I remember we were like, I was in G6, it was like a month or so before they really moved us. But then I remember once it started happening, they took away all our stuff, where I don't even know how many days were like that with nothing, couldn't even use the phones,
No hygiene. It's because they didn't want us to call our families. I didn't realize it at that time, but they didn't want us to call our families. They wanted us to not, because they were like, I don't know, and it's a security risk for them us to know where we're moving or whatever.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then so then we all went to the gym. You remember that? And then they all had us,
they went through all our shit and took all our shit.
You had to wait. They were
all our shit.
Yeah, and then we had to,
so much stuff. Because at CCA you could have so much more stuff. I don't know. That was horrible. No.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then man, I remember we rode on those white buses, and then we were all locked up. That was like horrible too.
I never rode with the black box before.
Yeah.
I never rode with that before. That's black box. That's federal standards. That's how we're supposed to ride. I've never been black boxed before. That's the first and only time, and I went through like 2 years of county, and I never got that.
Yeah, me neither. That was uncomfortable. That was crazy. I'm like, oh, you guys are serious now, huh? Oh gosh, yeah. And then I remember getting to Springer, and like you see because people are working in the kitchen, so they're all in white, and you're like, what the heck, or all in orange, like barely any movement, because we were locked down when we got there. I'm like, oh, and there's like little houses or whatever everywhere. I'm like, oh wow, what's up? Yeah, that was crazy.
It was so different. It was different.
Yeah, it was kind of freaky because you're used to not being outside like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it was like, I felt like I was in shock. I was like,
yeah, me too.
Hey, you know what was the most freakiest thing to me? Is there was no more locked doors. And I was like, what? Like, what? What do you mean we can just, like, the door's not locked? What do you mean? That's so weird. We never heard the clinking. When we were at CCA, like, one of the things that was, I think it was, like, it was frustrating for me because I worked and I programmed a lot, and we would be stuck at the grills for fights.
Yes, I know.
For level 4 clearances. Anything that was happening with the red light, you were stuck in a grill. Do you know what I mean? And I think when we went to Springer, that didn't happen no more. So it was kind of like, I was like, this is weird, right? I felt like that was one of the things that was most shocking to me.
Yeah, remember too, they had a back door and a front door, and we could just walk out the back door until they put the little
anytime we wanted to.
Yeah, it was crazy. Oh my god.
It was like a little casita.
Yeah, and Springer wasn't ready for us because they
were not ready for us. No, just kidding.
We're all messing up the plumbing, remember? We're all messing up the plumbing. We're all going out the doors. They had to put alarms on them.
Man, there was so many things that whenever I remember because my tia was about to get out. My tia had done 15 years, and you remember my tia? My tia was the hair tie lady. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
The one that used to make the hair ties. So she was getting ready to get out, and she was like, I'm gonna leave you. She was leaving me like her dishes and like little stuff that she was gonna leave, and makeup, whatever. And she was like, they said they're gonna be moving you guys. She goes like that, and I said, I don't know. I told her, I said, I don't know. And she got out. No, I can't. I think my aunt stayed there when we left. and she went to, I think she went to Western, or she got out because we didn't, well, we were getting separated because they were starting to change the levels, and my tia is a higher level than me. She's 3, and that's when they started separating us. But I chose to go to RDAP because of housing, because I wanted to live with my best friend, Marty, Carmen, Scott, and Dre. Remember Dre? They were girlfriends. They were girlfriends at the time, and Marty was my best friend. And I was like, "Fuck it, let's go to RDAP." So I came out into population because I was in F unit, and then from F unit I went to B unit, and then that's when we were kind of pretty much slammed down, yeah?
Mhm.
How long do you think we stayed slammed down there? Like a month?
It was I don't know if it was a month or more than a month,
They
but
took it might have been 3 months, but I just know it took a long time for them to classify us. They slammed us down, and then I remember they took the phones, and then that's when I knew. I said, "Oh, something's happening." Because
I know. When they moved us, I was on edge forever, and then they're all taking all our stuff. You have to bag all your stuff up. I'm like,
hey, and then they come in and they call 35 names, and you know which bus you're gonna go on. I wasn't on the first one. I was on the second one because the first one they took most of the kitchen workers. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what they tried to do, and they were trying to like be sneaky about it, or I don't know, some weird shit. But anyways, when they pull train for me, they took us. They took all our stuff, took us to the gym, compliance stuff. Then we went and slept in G6. Hey, and do you remember we used to have the vending machines?
Yes.
Okay, so the vending machines, they were shot. I mean, okay, so we had already, because we were slammed down, right? And they stopped bringing us commissary and tokens. And me, Dre, and Marty, we used to live in there. Oh, wait. Dre got moved out. We got moved to, something happened and they fought. We got moved to the other side. It was like this big old thing. And the vending, and in B unit, people are like, "Oh my God, don't rob the vending machines." I said, "Bitch, they are not giving us no more tokens next week. You're crazy. And first of all, go get your MACO badge and go over there with that shit."
I know it. We're all reaching in there trying to grab it and shit.
First of all, we're in prison. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Marty Carmen, because her arms were so skinny, she used to do those machines dirty. Every time that they would come, the first 2 rows, my bestie, she would get every Coke. We were always, and then she's not dumb. She would put them in my thing because I always had tokens, because I always had commissary, So she would put them, and then everybody would be they would be mad. They would be trying. I'd be all, "Go ahead and tell. I don't care. We're leaving. What are you gonna do? This is prison." Because the stuff was gonna stay in there anyways and go bad. You know what I mean? Like, come on, like. And they were still filling it up like 2 weeks until we left. Do you remember?
Yeah.
The one when we went into G6, that one was through. They had already knocked us up there pretty much on the side, because that's the one they were using for people to bounce out of. And we got locked down in G6. That was God's pod,
Yeah, it was at first, and then they switched it all around in there.
Yeah, and then it was like where we were getting, okay, so we were in that pod, and I remember in the morning, I went with Crystal Kelly and like all them, right? And Crystal Kelly and them, they were all getting ready and putting on their makeup, and I was like, "How did you guys stay with makeup?" I was like, "And how are you gonna get it in?" Yeah, come on, we know how they're gonna get it in, but I was acting brand new at that point. And I was like, "Are you serious, man?" So they were getting ready, and I'm like, "Why are you guys getting ready?" Dorian, and for your ID, because when we get there, you take their ID. And we look all tirada, all gross. We're all like this because we've been sleeping in the box. Oh my God, that was a horrible.
It was
the worst train. Like for us to pull train and go somewhere, that was the worst. But remember, they stopped us. Did they stop you guys? They stopped us at the men's prison.
Yeah, we got to eat little pizzas. Yes.
And fresh salad. Remember?
Yeah, it was good.
Like, we hadn't ate good food like that in like I hadn't ate fresh salad in like years. No, just kidding.
Yeah, it made it seem like we're about to hit the jackpot at Springer, you know?
Right? And, yeah. And then we get there and we have to do all the intake, all the
Yes.
whatever.
Then we had to wear those new orange uniforms. They're all fucking
They
stiff.
make us wear old clothes that don't even fit us. They're like for the old supply from property that have holes and shit. I remember I went in a shirt that was 2 sizes smaller than it didn't even go down, and my pants were all. I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous, man. So our pictures looked horrible. Because they have to discharge you a picture when you're going, and then you're going to get go on the thing, get buckled, whatever, and then we would go from the gym, and then they would take us to where property was at, where Solomon's office used to be, and that's where they shackled us. And I remember, because Mr. Solomon was always real cool with me. He kind of looked out for me when I got to prison because he knew that I was like, I'm always brand new. He's all, Montoya, he goes, you need to be good wherever you go. He told me like that, and I almost started crying because I was like, I didn't know where we were going. I was really
scared. It was like nerve-wracking the whole time. You didn't know. I
was like, God, they could just sell us to Mexico, and we could be, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know where we're going. It's really scary. But and so then we got on the little bus, and it was like there was one school bus, and then like 2 little white buses
for all our property.
Oh my gosh, that was like some scary shit.
It was a long thing.
The ride. Hey, did you know that somebody told me it's probably not gonna go off, but you're gonna hold on. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So listen. Trying to do the move for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Where's my Costa? Okay. Dude, I remember some it took a long time for everybody to get like where they needed to go. What's this on my door?
Yeah. And then it's like there's all the same programs there, like RDAP, blah blah blah. You can do college and stuff after a while, but a lot of the other extra programs were ran by the inmates. Remember, like just like little things.
See, I feel like when we were gonna go to the other place, I had like, hey, do you remember they came and they did that the A&E, what is it called, lockup or whatever?
Yes. Oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah. I kept thinking it was gonna be better. I thought it was gonna be better.
Yeah, they weren't prepared for us. It's probably better at Springer now. I'm sure they've got a handle on everything, but at first there's no way they weren't ready for us at all.
No, at all. Come on out. Take my dog to pee real quick.
It was like pretty wild.
It's pretty like I kept saying, this is groundbreaking. The women are becoming state property. I was all excited to become state, and we didn't even have no programs. We were slammed down for like the first half.
Yeah, it was crucial at first. I remember working on the rate crew. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, babe. Have you been there? I didn't even see you.
Hi.
Yeah, that's okay. Hi.
Sorry. Next time you gotta throw me a little message because I was driving. How are you?
Good. What did she say about a balloon glow?
Oh yeah, they're having a balloon glow over there at the thing. I think it's free.
Oh really?
Tonight.
Oh wow. Cool.
Well, I'd never been to one. I wanted to go, but my boss is the booth that we're working. It's not. She said we're not going to go till tomorrow, so it's fine.
Oh, that's cool. Those are nice. So I've been
But
to
they
one.
said that it's free. They said it's free. So yeah, I was like telling everybody I knew
Oh, wow. Hey, did you hear that? There's a balloon glow
tonight
at the balloon fiesta now.
at 5, 5 tonight. It's
So
not
what
gonna
are we?
start at 5 when it gets dark. The
Yeah.
glow up part. Yeah.
So what is the topic today?
The move. You're next. Come on now.
Hola.
Jump on and you're on it.
Come on now.
Okay. So for the move for me, um, I was one of the last ones to be moved, and the reason why is because I worked maintenance at CCA, and well, my last 3 years I worked at maintenance, and they wanted to keep like 2 or 3 girls to stay towards the very end so we can help clean up. We helped CCA set up bigger TVs over there. We had to bolt in the metal beds into the floor so they couldn't be moved. Because I don't know if you were ever in G unit. Oh, well, F unit. No, they had the bunks in F unit. But in G unit, you were able to
Single
move your
bunk.
bunk.
Hmm.
Yeah. So they were like bolting them down. So that's what we did. We ended up staying there for a little bit longer. So they put me, let's see, I was in what was it? G6 or G5? G5, I think it was. And then they moved us to
Oh, I could
G6.
hear.
And then, huh?
Oh,
Can you hear
you
me?
had froze for 1 second. Yeah, but it's good now.
Okay. Yeah, so they kept moving us as they started taking the girls. Like I would see girls like start freaking out. Some girls would just were excited about it. Everybody was talking about all these new things that we were going to get over there. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's going to be better. We're going to get all these programs. We're going to get 3-for-1. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, thinking it's going to be the same because the men get that. So when I finally moved, I remember getting taken off of the van and there's cameras all in our face.
Oh, I remember.
Because
I forgot about that part.
yes, the cameras were all in our face. It was like a big old thing. I guess they were recording us,
For the
and
A&E.
for some of yeah. So some of us, they had us sign a document to where our face could be shown, and some of us that they didn't ask, they like blurred us out and stuff, but they still filmed us going through the process. When I first got to Western, they had me stay. Even though I was a level 2 at that time, I was supposed to go to Springer, but they sent me to Western because I had another eye appointment to go to. So it was closer in Albuquerque for Western was than Springer. So they left me there until my appointment. I remember first going into the part where they used to slam down the guys, I guess, but it was open for all of us. And those were cool little, like little cells, I guess, because there was like only 4 girls to a pod. So that was such a big relief from going from 66 girls to 4 girls, and yeah, so that was nice. It was quiet. We had our TVs, that was really nice. The down part about it is there was absolutely no jobs, no programming whatsoever for us. They didn't even have like pads or tampons or any kind of feminine hygiene for us. They literally had to go to the nearest store to buy that stuff. Let's see. So then that was basically the move there. It was pretty easy. So the only down part about it is that everybody that was talking saying, "Oh, we're going to get this, we're going to get that." We didn't get nothing. And I was there for about 3 months, 3 or 4 months before they transferred me to Springer. And in Springer's worse than Western. I hated Springer the worst. It was nice because you get to walk around in a good piece of land and stuff. That was nice in itself. Um, but you were still locked in like a little cabin with a bunch of girls. So it was like going back to G unit. I went from being an A unit to G unit, basically Western versus Springer. And then I didn't like the part of having to go to the chow halls and stuff. It's, I guess, because I did almost 10 years. I did 10 years flat. So it felt good to just like go down the hall to the cafeteria. And this way you had to like really walk around. But there was absolutely no jobs there. I thought they told me when I was in Western that I was going to transfer to maintenance over there. And you don't. You get put as a pod porter and stuff. And I don't know. I lost a lot of my property going even to Springer. There's a lot of things that Western allowed us to have that Springer didn't allow us to have. So that was a big difference in going over there. So I lost a lot of stuff doing that.
I feel
But
like
I stayed.
That's
I stayed there for Springer for 3 months, and it was horrible. It was very boring. My last 3 months drug.
It was probably like 3 years more like. Just kidding.
Yes, because you have nothing to do. It was during the time when like they were barely starting to do like volleyball there, and they barely got some baseball teams together. And you're playing all in the dirt right there, right out of building 5.
Yeah.
So they were just starting all that, and I remember they had education, but it wasn't so big. It wasn't a big thing for education over there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there was a lot of just like the CEOs didn't know how to act and stuff going on over there.
Structured.
Yeah.
Like with programs, the recreation was off the chain, the arts and crafts was off the chain. You used to get free arts and crafts. You used to be able to go and get like the little embroidery thread to do free stuff. Like there was just so much more. Like, I feel like for a move that they tried to do for 10 years, they did us dirty, bro. Like they literally did us dirty. Like there's no other way to say it, because every single thing that we left with, that they complianced us with from where we left, they should have grandfathered into every facility because we started those facilities. Do you know what I mean? That's how it goes. Yeah. But they just wanted to do what they wanted to do, and to who they wanted to do it to, because trust and believe the property girls got all their fucking shit.
Yeah, but also like the one thing about the move, you see a lot of different emotions for the girls. You know what I mean? Like some of them were really excited to be moving to a new place, like especially the ones that are extrovert women that love to be out and about. They were really excited about this move. They were very positive, whatever, and trying to tell everybody how good it's supposed to be. But then the ones that were introverts, that like a lot of, like I lived in A unit when I first got there. And that's a lot of lifers, so they've been there for years, since like the 80s, early 90s, so this move to them, it was stressful for them. I remember seeing Frizzell just, I don't know if y'all remember Frizzell. I think you do, Rihanna. She was devastated, and you doing that much time, you become family. You know what I mean? Especially in A unit.
Oh yeah.
So like
those ladies
it's like
were
watching
family too, because of my aunt. Remember my aunt? Remember my aunt? And they like embraced me when I got to the pizza. That was one of the reasons that I was able to do my time so much comfortably, because I knew them. Do you know? And they like Tequila, all the people from A unit.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's about women in A unit seem to know how to do their time more than the girls in G unit.
Oh,
Because that's the reason why they called it the jungle, is because it's so wild and crazy over there, you know, because you got a lot of the younger generation coming in and out, in and out, in and out, you know, so it's really not a home for them. It's just a place to get away for a little while, maybe clean up, maybe get a little chunkier, you know, and or relax, basically, you know, relax for a little while before they go back out and do it again, you know. So A unit, it was a different type of vibe, you know. It's more your home,
yeah.
you know, because you're gonna be there for a decade or more,
And they have
or
their
five
own
plus
stuff.
years.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's more of a
and
homier vibe. You're right. You're right.
yes, it is. And so, because it is your home, you try to make the best of it, you know, with your attitude, the way you treat one another, you know, the way you have kind of like a mutual respect with the COs, because you're going to be there for a while and you want your stay to be as good as possible, not miserable. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I mean, I'm not saying to lick a CO's ass, because you're never going to do that. You know what I mean? But you're going to show respect. You get respect, is basically how it was, you know? But seeing the ladies I mean, we had names like Ma, G Mom, you know, auntie, sister, you know, that's how you adapt to families over there. And seeing them, somebody that you care about, just like throwing themselves on the floor because they're so hurt. They're
Oh,
devastated that they're having to throw away stuff that they've had probably for
for
years.
years.
Yes.
Younger than
So
those
that was
CEOs have
awful
even
seeing.
had anything. Like they're making her throw something away that those CEOs have never even experienced something like that's something that's really cruel. It's really hard, yeah.
Yeah. So it was hard. It was like a bittersweet
Yeah.
move
It was
in
like
a way.
it
Yeah,
was like
that
all
was
emotions.
I forgot about the cameras. Jules, they were there when we got there. They were there
Yeah, I remember you're
filming
on
all
camera
of us. I
watch.
forgot about that. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like as soon as you stepped off and then you're like
Oh,
chained up, you know,
tirada.
like an animal.
Yeah, you're
They're
feeling
yeah, because they wake you up at the first thing in the morning. The cameras boom right in your face. You're like, what the
yeah.
heck? You know,
Hey,
we're
and
all
I'm sure none
bowing
of
our
us
heads.
were smart enough because Crystal Kelly, I went with them on the bus. They all had makeup on, and I kept saying,
Yeah.
"Why are they putting on makeup? I'm all brand new," because they were trying to look good for their intake picture, right? And I'm like, "Why
Yeah,
are they putting on makeup? Well, who cares?" Like,
Mhm.
oh my god.
yeah.
And then when I got there, I was like, man, I should ask them to lend me some of their makeup.
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah, it's really crazy. All the people that you meet, and the different relationships. I remember now that you're talking about when I first got to CCA, I had went to SEG from RDC, and when I was in SEG, the guard came in and she was like, "Your auntie wanted me to check on you," and I was like, "Oh, what?" My aunt had said Buffalo Head and Buffalo Head
Mhm.
and what was the older Mabel? Mabel, they became
Yeah,
really good friends with me. I used to work education, and they knew I didn't live A unit, and I would go stand like this at the thing, and they would let me ride in to go check on my tia because my tia used to live in her room and she used to have bad anxiety. Sometimes she wouldn't come out,
yeah,
and we would get worried about her, and they would send me a message, "Hey, you need to go check on your tia," and the guards, they would just let me in because they were like family. They knew that my aunt
yeah.
needs that. Like it was such a different vibe at CCA.
Yeah, it really was. And not only in CCA, but in the different units, you have
Yeah,
completely different vibes. Because
that's
I was
right.
in every unit you can think of. You know what I mean? I was in the mental health, I was in F unit, A unit, B unit, I went to G unit, you know. So every single unit was completely different, but yet in the same building. It was really weird.
Yeah, It was. That was really. It was. I think that that's how they designed it to be, right? Like totally different living spaces because the way that they had G unit set up, it was kind of like for the rowdy, right? And then the other units were kind of like spaced off, or I don't know, because they didn't start build out like that, right, Jules?
No, it used to. G unit didn't even exist back in the day.
Yeah.
It was just F unit. F unit was actually was RDC.
Yes.
So the RDC building itself wasn't even there, neither was G unit. So they added on RDC and then they added on G unit.
And the medical part.
And the medical part, yes. Yes. But yeah, it was just C unit, B unit, and A unit back in the day.
I think B unit was so cute. It was like really like a little treatment center, right? The way they had it in the middle, and then they had the yard separate, and then it was like all fenced in. Like the B unit yard was really cute. I used to like it because I lived in B unit for a while, and then the shirts were purple. I was like, when they made those shirts purple, I was like, I'm going to B unit just to wear a purple shirt. How funny, no? Well, because we were I was trying to live with my best friend, and that's when they were locking us all down to be leveled. And they said if you were in RDAP that you could do it. You know what I mean? So that's why we did it.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when we used to live with Blue in F unit, Jules?
Yeah.
And she used to be
Blue's my cousin.
Yeah, I know. We used to live a lot of us in F unit, remember? Monty lived with us too, remember?
Yes, I remember.
Dragoon, were you in there when Kendra lived there too?
Yeah. I was even there. Remember when that outbreak came about? Those scabies?
Hey, and then tell me why they have a scabies. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. We are gonna talk about this. When we were locked up, we had a scabies outbreak. We had what was that in bed bugs outbreak in Springer?
Oh my God,
I got bit, dude. They locked us down, and the mattresses, they took all our mattresses and brought us brand new ones.
Yes, and you know we haven't gotten. Oh my God! No, it's not like.
Baby, how many times did I got bit? 2 different
we
times.
do. Remember on that top bunk?
I had 15 bites on my neck, and then another time right here, like on my side, and they were like little tiny. You could tell they were little bug bites, and they burned and burned. And I went to the major, and he's all, "You work on the raid crew?" He's all, "You probably got bit by a bug." I said, "Charlie, bro, I got bit in the middle of the night in my bed because I felt when it happened, and I got up and I was like, what the fuck? I tripped out. So I went to medical, and medical is the one who they were going to slam us down. And they said, no. So then let me tell you, Bonnie, because Bonnie's my buddy. Remember Bonnie got bit one time, and she told, what's his name? What's the sergeant friend? The white boy. Trujillo. Baby Huey. And he got us slammed down and got us brand new mats.
Yeah, it took a long time. They don't even believe you, and it's like
you could almost die in there, literally, and they wouldn't like.
They don't even listen. They don't let us have a voice at all. Like they could have even broke down the whole move to us. You know, like it's not. It sucks to go into something unaware and unprepared. You know.
That's right. Our mental health. You know.
Yeah, it's just messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The segregation unit over there in Springer was real easy. I mean, you could get in a fight. Like at CCA, a lot of people avoided the fight. You know what I mean? In CCA, because they would take your good time. You know what I mean? Like I lost a whole year of good time because CCA was no joke. They would take that shit real quick. Yeah. And your commissary, they love taking the commissary and your good time. Yes. So when you went to Springer and you get in a fight or you get a write-up or whatever, you go to segregation for like an hour or two and you come right back out.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember they had the bathrooms all with those little shades. The bathrooms were all shaded off.
Yeah, I remember when I first got to Springer, they had just the regular, they had the shower curtain was like one color to where you couldn't see.
Oh
And then
my
the
gosh.
seals were complaining that they couldn't see us in there because
Yeah.
there was a lot of fights going on, whatever. And we had like those blinds in the beginning. So they
Remember they
take
put
those blinds
clear
off and
ones?
they put clear ones. And we're like, oh, hell no, you could see right through. So then they brought those ones that have like shaded out in the middle.
Yeah.
So like if you were short,
They
they're
can
gonna
see
see
you.
you.
Yeah.
They
It
could
was
see you.
crazy. And
I
then
was like, oh my gosh.
Gonzalez used to creep on the girls in there because he would tell them, hey, you're wearing boxers. He would take their boxers from the shower. How the fuck do you know they're wearing boxers? Like, that was
no
crazy.
peepers.
He would take people's boxers from he would do the boy girls. I don't know, he had this weird thing about boy girls. He would take their boxers he would pick on them.
Oh my gosh. Maybe he liked little boys on the cool, you know?
Come on.
Springer
Hey,
was a little boy.
Check this out. When we got there, that was a boys' school. Don't you guys
Yeah.
remember those Britannias, those books? In the book, there's a picture and it says, beware of peepers. And it's his pictures identical. Like if somebody drew a portrait of him. It says, beware of peepers.
Yeah.
Those were the little boys, you guys.
Oh my gosh. Is that what they used to call them? Jeepers creepers?
Yeah, peepers creepers.
Is that why they used to call them Jeepers creepers? Where'd you get them peepers?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's where he got it from.
It was in 2 books. I seen it when we first got there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
The food was like, I feel like I don't know if it got better or like because it was all right and then it just got like to shit too, you know. The food is like everywhere you go, it's not that great unless the cooks care. If the cooks care, like I feel like when Caria was in there, Caria used to cook really good. She used to care, and then when Caria left, the kitchen was.
I thought the food was delicious there.
Yeah. Delicious. Compared to CCA, that's
compared to CCA. Oh my God, I decided to get a job when I left the aerobics.
You used to bring us, don't you remember? Listen to me, Jules, when we were locked down, Jules used to feed us. She used to feed our whole family. We used to be starving. And we didn't have no commissary because we were slammed down. And there were and Jules would bring us excess or send us extra trays from the kitchen, remember? Because we'd be slammed. Yep. Jules only went to work in the kitchen so that we would have food.
Yes, for real. Because I used to be the aerobics instructor. So when I started working in the cafeteria, like I would go into like the freezer and the storage area. Did you know that the meat there was in boxes? It said not for human consumption.
Oh yeah.
Yep. That means it wasn't FDA approved.
It was the ducks and the bills of ducks. That's what it was. The little feet and the this of the. It's not. We're not supposed to. Humans aren't supposed to eat that.
That's crazy.
And they were feeding it to prisoners. It's not illegal. I don't understand how that's not illegal.
That's like saying we're not human,
right?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they just make money off of us. Like it's a big old, you know, they get paid for eating.
It's a money making thing, really. What it is, all we are, they don't care about us. All we are is a number to them. They want us to come back. They don't care. That's why they don't establish good programs. That's why they don't do the things that they're supposed to do. And oh my gosh, like
Yep.
makes me angry because we could be coming out with like trades, or like we did a lot of time. None of us have, all of us together have like probably over like 2 decades, and none of us have like degrees or anything. I have my equine, but I can't do much with that. Like, what am I gonna do? Raise horses? Like,
Yeah, and it's like different other states too. And New Mexico has a high like addiction rate, so
yeah,
rehabilitation and programs should be like a priority.
they should be, because I feel like if they would do that before like prevention, a lot of people wouldn't hit the prisons, you know?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
If there was
Exactly.
kind of awareness, or like, you know what I mean? There's so many people that just because they don't know, you know, or they don't know any better. They don't have any family support or whatever, you know? Yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
they go down that prison path, and that's just a revolving door sometimes, because you have to want to stay out, you have to want to change, you have to want a better and different life. If not, you're always going to keep living that same life, you know?
Right, and it's they make
Yeah.
it hard to even do it good at, you know, especially on probation and parole.
Oh,
You know, that's just a whole nother ball game. Like,
it's like
just
a
I have to
setup.
finish my paper. I'm not even gonna deal with you. You know?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I thought probation and parole was pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, so, I mean, sometimes. Well, I mean, I guess I was just young too. You know, so I'm like, you're not gonna tell me what to do. Fuck that.
See, that's the mindset that people got to change, and they'll complete it quickly. And then you won't have to have that monkey on your back anymore watching you and telling you what you can or cannot do, you know?
Like, I did
That's
the
where
best.
the mindset got to change.
Yeah, my mindset, yeah, changed when I came out with nothing, and then of course, I decided to do good. But I mean, that's better than
Hmm.
nothing. But gosh,
Yeah, right. I think that we're doing good, you know, like that we're being able to advocate to our community and letting people know, like raising awareness to the issues, because people don't know what happens in there. Like, some of the times I feel like I wish that we could fight for the commissary, like for people to have cheaper commissary or better things on the commissary, or like, it's so dehumanizing. Like, they used to have a beauty shop at CCA. Why don't they have those things at state prison? Like, that don't make no sense. They could be teaching barbers or like girls to get certified to cut hair, and they could come out making money. You know, like,
like
I don't know,
Yeah.
the way of the world now, like a trade, like carpentry,
is
electric,
way better.
that will make you money. Like, that's what
Yeah,
you should be teaching you.
Yeah.
it's even better than having your education. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not just that, they need to prepare you at least 6 months to a year in advance on getting out. They should help us to get our ID, or if we had a driver's license when we went in, to get our ID and driver's license before we get out,
That's exactly
and
what
our
my
social
priest friend was
security
saying.
card.
Hmm.
Yeah, or our social security card or our birth certificate. They should do that for us while we're in there at least 6 months before you get out. And they can even hold it, put a place so that way we don't have it. If it's about a liability issue, you know, let your caseworker keep it in the file for when you leave, it's given to you.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, if I didn't have family that was there to help me to go to these places, riding that bus is going to take you all day long here in Albuquerque just to get something done,
Yeah.
you know. And it's so hard because you'll go to motor vehicle and you'll be like, I need to get my license, my driver's license. Okay, well, I need this and this and this. Okay, so then you go to social security office and you go get that, and they're like, no, well, I
No,
can't
you
give
need
that without
this
an
and this
ID.
and this. Yeah.
Or I can't give you that without an ID. And then you're like, well, wait a minute, MVD won't give me an ID unless I have this. You know what I mean? So I think and then eventually women give up. Even the men people will give up and be like, this shit's too hard, you know, F this. I'm going to go. It's better for me to just go back or
Right.
just go on the run. You know what I mean? So they say, fuck it, you know? So I think what the prison should do is prepare us. for when we get out. Help us 6 months before to get a copy of our driver's license, our social security card, our birth certificate, and then give us numbers of who are the jobs wherever we're going to that hire
Resources.
felons.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's a good
That's
idea. That's a really good idea. I
that's
think
what
that
they should do. Because when you get out, you'll be less stressed.
Yes. Yep.
You'll have that stuff.
and you'll be able to feel like you're gonna do something when you get out, or because if you don't have all those things, you can't do nothing. If you don't have an ID, you can't do
Mhm.
nothing.
Right.
Right?
You can't cash a check. You can't do nothing.
What? Mm.
Okay, Michael. Yeah. I feel like that my priest friend was talking about how they should tell the lieutenant governor or somebody, the governor, hey, why don't prisoners have A, B? Do you know if prisoners, when they get out of the state of New Mexico, if they have a driver's license, or an ID for that matter, whatever, some kind of identification? Because a prison ID, yeah, they give you that when you leave. You can't do nothing with that. That is no
No.
good. That's just basically like a souvenir from you leaving there. Like, that's no good,
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't I when they gave me that,
Exactly.
I was like, why are you giving me this? What is this for? It was really
Exactly.
like, what am I gonna do with this? Because you have to have an ID, and if I don't think they know, you know what I mean, how hard it is, and maybe they could lobby and they could change the laws that make those things required for when you're leaving, that it's mandated, and then the what do you call them? The case workers are gonna say, oh, it's too hard for us. We have so many people, and this, and that. That's not hard. We could all they got to do is
Mm-mm.
put the forms, and we could request it ourselves, and then it could just go in our paperwork when we're leaving. It's easy. It's very
Yep.
easy.
Exactly.
We need to start, like, I don't know if you would lobby. I don't know how you would. Well, because that's how people get laws changed or passed or whatever, is you lobby at the roundhouse and you tell them when there's a need or whatever. And well, now that I know some
Yeah.
senators, I would like to talk to them about some stuff like that, because I don't think they know. You know what I mean? And I think that it would be like, we could go over there and we could be with some T-shirts and just tell them, like, hey, like, this is what would make it easier if people were coming out, and don't you guys want parolees in New Mexico to be successful? Like, for them to be successful, they have to have those certain amount of things, and it's just
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah. Even like in the probation and parole, like they should help you get the food stamps. You know what I mean? They should give you all that information, and they don't. They
Yeah,
just want your DNA, your picture, and your urine. That's it.
Yep.
yeah.
You
You should
know?
be set up for
And
food
they,
stamps before you leave, and you're not.
yeah, that's what they should do.
Mhm.
I don't even remember. They don't even offer you to get food stamps, because I had to go to the office. I don't. They don't offer nothing like that, huh?
Yeah, they don't. They're supposed to. You okay, baby? Huh? What happened? Come here.
What should we talk about next time, guys? This was really good. No, just kidding.
It was. It was good.
What do you guys think we'll
Um,
discuss, or what do you? Hey, and I'm also, if anybody reaches out to you, or because I think people are like, I don't know how to get on or whatever. All they got to do is just do that link, and we could 10 of us could be on here at the same time. And if anyone can't make a Friday and they want to do another time, just message me, and I'll do like a special time with them or whatever. It doesn't matter, like, and then we could post it to the thing. Like, it doesn't matter. And then we could all be there to ask questions or whatever.
yeah.
Well, because I seen someone was posting and they said, I don't know how this works. And I'm like, well, you guys just have to, if you guys want to be involved, just like let us know and we'll if this time doesn't work for whoever, we can like start a different like a day that we do a different time or something, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what should we do for our next time? Well, so that I could post it.
I don't know.
Do you want to talk about commissary?
Yeah.
Or do you want to, we could also talk about the difference in facilities like CCA, Western, and Springer, like the different facilities, or I don't know, we could do whatever. Like compare them, like maybe like just different things, whatever.
Yeah, we can do that. I remember like we could talk about the packages too. I remember those.
Oh, I love packages. No,
Yeah.
that's our favorite time when we're getting. It's Christmas time.
Yeah. All right, that would be a good topic.
Yeah. So should we do commissary?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So then I'm gonna post it and I'll send you guys the link and I'll also remind you guys on Friday too. I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay,
Of course. Thank you.
For showing up. No, just kidding. Bye. Your babies are ready to go big.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Princess.